Alright. Oh, so this is definitely interesting. They're going with a different build altogether for noMERCY. Lightsman is no longer a caster, is on Ustat. Daniel is playing PyCon, which is going to be a solo top. Powerwood Hug is on Tatiana. War of Time is going to be jungling Yukonin, I believe. And Sandstream's on Zai. So bottom lane, they're going for a strong stun burst lane. And that is going to be
Yeah,
scary.
Tatiana Zai is an incredibly powerful lane. I'm actually not too surprised to see Lightsman playing Ustat. I know when Ustat first came out, Lightsman played him a lot and was extremely good with him.
Yeah.
Um, like people were getting mad because he was just dominating games with Ustat. So he might be doing that to try and just get back into that and just try and dominate the game with him.
Over on Team FAUST, your Anonymous is still only playing Chaos. Lujan just as Rotango's on Vezin now. Instead of Nethergist, Neander Chris still on Travik, Vlad on Laz, and Zastim is gonna be going with Carapace.
Now we see Faust going after that buff to start off, whereas noMERCY is just kind of spread out in the jungle, with Lightsman not taking anything from the jungle.
Neither is Bottom.
Oh yeah, no, they are not. I thought
Looks
they
like
were.
they want to give all the jungle to Yukonin, which looks like I'm not too sure what he's gonna be. He has Reds, but he doesn't have any spell power.
That'll be
Interesting what he's
interesting.
starting off with though, Rusty Buckler.
Well, Rusty Buckler is an excellent jungling item, just lowering the damage that you take from minions and creeps. So. It'll be interesting to see how PyCon manages to hold up and to hold up on that
Downer will
solo
have
lane.
some troubles up top. It's just a constant push lane and he doesn't have much clear abilities.
And again, bottom's going to be really interesting too. Just the amount of kill power that a Zai Tatiana lane has is going to
The only
be.
problem is that they're against a sustain lane too.
But I think they'll be okay just because. I mean, the Zai Tatiana lane is all about the burst, so I think the sustain won't really affect them too much. As we see, just both teams kind of farming right now. Let's see, Lightsman trying to take an early advantage on Lucian, knowing that in just a couple levels, Lucian will be able to just clear the full waves.
I remember last game when he faced Sleepy Face, he was actually Vezin and he was playing against a Ustat, and I believe he lost his lane.
That could be one of the reasons that he took Ustat this game. I mean, that's one of the big things people do is if they get beaten by something, especially if you get beaten by a character that you know how to play, to just try it, play that character instead.
Right. Daniel's getting aggressive on Travik. Putting her down quite low too. Might be able to pick up first blood with this.
So he's gonna go under the tower. One attack away, he
did
gets
it.
the first blood, gets out of the tower, but not before Chaos is definitely gonna beat him up. There's a Chaos Sig used to pick him up.
I think that went in favor for Daniel. That's a very, very strong Sig for something where he had a good chance of dying anyway.
Yeah, I definitely think that Euronymous could have gotten that kill without the Sig.
Just a little faith in his big bullets and he could have taken it. Knightsman making a presence mid. Nugent doesn't even want to step out at him.
Well, yeah, one of the things about Ustat is he has so much burst with his Q. Then Q and W combo can do so much damage if he gets it off. So really trying to jump out against him is not the best of ideas. But Lucian is playing a bit safer than I think he probably should. See bottom Sandstream take about half of his health real quick by kicking in on the Carapace. That's the one thing that they need to watch out for. I mean, they are a lot of burst damage, but they need to make sure that when they go for that burst that they can get a kill off of it, because if you don't, you know, Lazarus and Carapace are just going to heal up, and you're just going to be short. You're going to be, you know, the one that took most of the damage because of having to get so close.
Five minutes in, noMERCY only has a 600 gold lead. This is getting a lot closer than the previous matchup.
It looks like bottom lane is coming up top to try and gank Ustat. Definitely a good idea to try and slow him down, but unfortunately for them, Lightsman did see them going up and is able to back off. Now they're going for the buff. noMERCY can see them there. Or no, sorry, that was not their buff. That was not their ward. Now they can. They will pick up the kill on Zastam, and now they're going to be able to get the buff with all four of them right there.
And they're going to be giving it to Lightsman. Good choice.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised it didn't go to Yukonin. I think giving the move speed to the jungler would help out a lot, just make their clearing a little bit faster. But Ustat is also a very solid choice for it, because now he can, you know, gank from mid to get to the top and bottom lanes a little bit quicker from mid.
Looks like Leander Chris wants to get their Risen Champion.
Euronymous coming in for the gank on Lightsman. There's a very nice stun, but unfortunately Lucian just got too far away while trying to run away from Lightsman to be able to follow up on that gank. I think you gotta think if Lucian had been a little bit closer, they might have been able to get that kill.
And just a lucky timing for Lightsman to proc his W. He was able to jump back as he was getting stunned.
And Daniel coming down to challenge them at the buff. Daniel being very aggressive, but he could be in some trouble here, although Lightsman and Word Time are coming in from the back.
Both did a good job to not get hit by the ult though.
And War of Time going in right on that buff as soon as Faust got cleared out of the way. So that is both buffs
and Lucian stole it.
Beautiful steal by Lucian. That was an excellent steal. I think that's one of the first times I've seen someone actively steal a buff. That was pretty impressive. He had the ward there, so he could see just how much health it had, and he knew exactly when to use his Q on it. Now Daniel is going after Trovok hard again. This time he's gonna back off before he gets killed by the tower.
Just not enough mana to use another Q there. Now he's just gonna pot up. Lightsman getting aggressive bottom. He's coming along the long way.
Jump in on Vlad. That kick doing so much damage. There's the Vlad Sig saving him, doing a lot of damage to Power Word Hug. Power Word Hug will go down, but they do end up picking up Vlad too. So it's 1-for-1 trade, but with a signature from Lazarus out of the way.
This is getting good for noMERCY. It's 2 Sigs down for Team FAUST.
And once again, noMERCY is farming better than Faust. Although this time it's not anywhere near as much as it was the first time that these two teams played. It's 96 wasted versus 72. As Daniel still being incredibly aggressive up top. Like I thought he was gonna have troubles with the solo lane against Chaos and Trovok, but he's just been going straight at them.
Agreed. I think it's them tier 3 blues.
Yeah, just allowing him to take a lot of damage. See, Zai and Tatiana are both now level 6, so we could start seeing some kills coming in from bottom lane. War of Time is right there. Looks like they might be going in for a gank. Lightsman coming down from mid too. They're going in on Carapace. There's the kick doing a lot of damage, and Carapace will go down. Lucian dropping the ultimate, but I'm not sure if he was trying to hit them with it or if he was just putting it there just to make sure they didn't follow him. as Light's been taking a lot of damage. But
If
they definitely need to get out of there, because
presence,
Lazarus can walk in and pick up a kill.
there.
Yeah. As they will instead walk away. Lazarus definitely could have gotten a couple kills there, but I don't think he realized just how many of them were really low on health, so he didn't want to risk it.
Lightsman now on level 9 and Vezin only level 8.
I think the more impressive one is Daniel level 10 and Leandra Chris 7 and Euronymous 8. So he's starting to really pick up a level advantage up top.
It's like they're getting ready to gank up there, but there's no one up there to gank. FAUST is doing a good job with ward coverage this time. They have the whole river controlled. They're trying to pick up the move speed buff, but looks like noMERCY knows it's happening.
Yeah, they destroyed the ward as they were trying to take it, although Lightsman is going to get melted in the middle of all of Faust. Sandstream's coming in, just getting blown away by the Trovok Gust. But Zas getting caught a bit. Tygon ultimate coming from all the way across the lane. Vlad actually ends up being the one to drop there. I was so busy watching Zas running away that I didn't even see Vlad getting hit.
Power Word Hug ended up blowing his sig right there trying to save Ustat, but just was not good enough.
Now Euronymous going for taking the attack buff. He already has so much damage. He just has the level 1 hammer upgrade, but at 12 minutes it's just a lot of damage in comparison to the minions.
FAUST taking the movement speed buff now too, uncontested. This is going to even things out gold-wise between the two teams.
Yeah, noMERCY still has a little bit of an advantage, but not much. Especially when you consider, the first time these two teams played, it was usually a couple thousand at this point, and they have it pretty almost even.
Sandstream's in a bad spot right now.
Unfortunately, they don't really have any gap closers between the three of them, so he's going to be able to get away, although they might be going after Power Word Hug, taking a lot of damage from Lazarus, but not enough to kill him. And meanwhile, Lightsman coming in from behind, they do pick up Power Word Hug. Lightsman, however, is going to take out Zastem.
Sandstream's is going to fall, though.
Sandstream's ulting Lazarus and picking up the kill under the tower. Sandstream's does get killed by the signature from Leandra Chris, but not before he was able to ult and kill Vlad Dracul, so very nice job there by Sandstreams.
That was a 2-for-2 trade. Even on both sides there.
Meanwhile, up top, Daniel still just going all out on that top lane.
He already has a maxed out Radiant Guardian. Wow. He's got tons of gold right now.
So we take a look at the items. Sandstreams going for a hybrid build of damage and spell power on Zai. Other than that, the attack speed build coming from Yukonin on War of Time.
That's interesting for an attack speed build because it doesn't really synergize with his W. His W works better with straight attack damage for the bonus. Oh, they're standing on a ward right now. FAUST knows where they are. See if they can do anything about this. It's a 4-on-5 there in mid. And Leandra's just pushing bottom.
Oh, beautiful ultimate from Lusion there, picking up Lightsman and Daniel. Very nice placement with that one.
That's the power of Vezin right there.
And now Faust actually has the gold advantage for the first time in this series of these two teams playing each other. This is the third game that these two have played, as they played in the first round of the tournament. Faust now taking a gold advantage over Team Afterlife, despite, or Team noMERCY, despite, actually the farming is very even if you look at it. Only about 20 creeps difference in the farming.
Well, it's true the creeps you're on. Lightsman, Daniel, and Warp Time all have 90. Well, the only one that's up there is Lujin, and you're anonymous.
Well, Vladrakkul's up there as well. I mean, he's got 80, so, and he's Lazarus, so he's going to get a lot more. So.
Right, but Lazarus.
Meanwhile, Daniel up, getting tower dove by Lujin and Zesteam, and now Lazarus coming in from behind. He's gonna go straight for the tower dive using the E. That's just a lot of damage on Pycon. Pycon will fall, and Vladrakkul just walks out of there.
And he's gonna walk straight into Lightsman, who just insta-gives him.
Now, Lujin's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Leandra Chris walking into a very bad spot. She should definitely not have gone that way. She walks into the entire team of noMERCY. Meanwhile, Carapace is able to get B in that bush right behind them. They just did not see him there.
Looks like your anonymous is actually going to take mid tower while they're all top. It's one of the best plays he could do at this moment.
And in response, noMERCY takes out top tower, so the towers remain even at 1 apiece.
Your anonymous is also going to probably pick up this move speed buff, as it should be spawning any second now. But he walks away instead.
There is a lot of farm bottom that he's now picking up, so can't really blame him for that one. Oop, and they actually started fighting up top.
One Q from Vlad took off half Powerwood's health.
Oh, but Vlad just dropping there. There's the signature from Zai, stunning Zastim just long enough for them to be able to pick up the kill. So that was a very nice fight for Afterlife there, being able to turn that around after getting caught by surprise a bit.
There's also the 2 remaining Sigs left for Trovik. There's none left now.
See a lot of people just
noMERCY's top lane is gonna fall to creeps. Yeah.
Take a look. Lightsman just going straight AD on Ustat. Daniel very, very tanky, just stacking health with. I don't like. I've never been a huge fan of the Collar Fortune, but it looks like we might have a fight here though. Although Leandra Christine using the ultimate to force everybody away, and there's not going to be a fight there right now. Although everyone is gathering up now, even more so. So there could still be. Anonymous getting caught out a little bit by Sandstreams. There's the ultimate from Vezin going down, keeping Daniel out of the fight as they pick up the kill on Sandstreams, and just having nowhere to go, being stuck in that Vezin ultimate. Faust destroys another vision totem of noMERCY's.
Faust also taking that top buff fairly fast too. But Chaos gets instead of Lujin.
Lightsman just doing so much damage to Lazarus, using the shield from Powerword Hug to be able to tank some of the damage coming back at him. Meanwhile, Daniel just AFK farming bottom lane for a while now. Looks like they're finally gonna come and try and push him off that lane.
Your anonymous now has 143 CS. No farming anyone on noMERCY.
Powerwood Hug just melting power word hug,
damage.
but it's not going to be enough damage to kill him. Now
And
Lights
they end up putting themselves in a bad position for
very
chasing
bad
so far.
position. Although there's a signature from Carapace, kind of gathering everybody together, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do enough with it.
noMERCY, so many people so close to dying, but they just can't finish anyone off.
So that's ended up being a really big fight for noMERCY, although looks like they're not quite going to be able to be aggressive enough on this. But traded the... No, they didn't lose anybody, actually. I'm sorry. They picked up 3 kills in there, though. Or 2 kills, sorry. I believe.
Yeah, 2 kills. Mugen and Zastim.
So what looked like an opportunity for Faust turns into an advantageous situation for noMERCY. As Faust just followed a little bit too far into noMERCY's team.
Instantly destroying the totem that you go and sit down.
Which that's actually a really big thing. If you, especially destroying a totem like as soon as it's put down, is a pretty decent gold swing because you do get 30 gold for destroying a totem. So I mean, if it's a True Vision totem, that's 180 gold swing right there.
It's like another grouping of mid. This time, Chaos is like, hey, I might join you guys. Just kidding, I'm gonna go up over here and take that ward.
Oh, and now they destroy another totem. Looks like they're gonna come down towards their 2 True Vision totems placed right next to each other. Oh,
Down
now
getting
Pycon
aggressive.
ulting in.
Straight
Sandstream's coming in as well, using the Sig. There's the Pycon Sig. Or no, not the Pycon Sig, sorry. It looks like it because of all the flame. But Team Faust coming out big on top there. Picking up a lot. 3 kills right there. And then Lightsman going down, being chased down with all the slows. Looks like they're going to let War of Time get away as they want to go straight for that tower. Very good idea. It's always better to get a couple towers than it is to just go chasing someone across the map. As now Illusion's going to tank this the inner tower. His team comes in and destroys that. They
It's a
know
great
that
fight for Faust, and that's that power of Bezin and Carapace together. Just so much CC.
So that's 2 towers and an Acropolis that Faust just destroyed there. They now have an 8,000 gold advantage here. So very good game right now for Faust. Able to not only come back from the mental aspect of knowing that you got beaten by this team 2 games in a row earlier, but also coming back from being down a little bit early on in the game as well. They have now come back and now they are in control. See Leandra Chris taking the move speed buff down bottom. Well, let's see if someone else comes and takes it. Yep, looks like Lazarus will. So we take a look at the items. Leandra Chris, not really many items. And the least amount of farm on Trovok, which is really surprising. Trovok's usually way up there in the farm category. But
just upgraded her aura item, picked up a tier 1 stock count.
she actually did have a pretty good amount of money on her when she just went B. Now it looks like Team noMERCY was looking for that buff, but it's already taken. Ladra Cool walking in, he could be in trouble here, walking into a lot of noMERCY, but they're not going to follow as the rest of Faust shows up. There's the ultimate from Leandra Chris, but everybody is there now. The ultimate from Yukonin going down, doing a lot of damage to Zastin. Zastin's going to get caught, stunned by Tatiana, and she, Power Word Hug does get the kill there. It looks like they're going to push in on this tower. They're going to be able to take that without much opposition. Lightsman and between Lightsman, Pycon, and Yukonin, just able to do so much damage to the towers. Although Pycon getting caught a bit.
Getting caught out.
Leandra Chris getting caught right back. There's a bad Vezin ult from Lucian, using it way too early or way too far away from the fight to catch anybody with it.
Euronymous trying to take
going
Lightsman.
straight on Lightsman, but Yukonin jumps in and picks up the kill. No, Lightsman does get the kill, but by having War of Time jump in on that, there's just no chance for Euronymous to win that fight. Take a look and see Daniel now just getting even more health, just feeling completely tanky. Power Word Hug doesn't got the Weatherall's Ever-Living Phylactery, has not upgraded the Initiate's Treasure yet, which is a bit surprising, 'cause once again, that is just the strongest spell power item, is the Initiate's Treasure. Lucian and Vladimir both have theirs fully upgraded. See now War of Time with the True Vision Serum as they now go around placing their own wards and destroying the wards put down by Faust. Faust doing the exact same thing with Lucian having the Vision Totem, or Vision Serum. Both teams just kind of walking right over where the other team just was, destroying wards. Unfortunately for Team FAUST, noMERCY does have the better initiation team. Like, they're able to just get into a fight much better, I feel, than noMERCY, or than FAUST, sorry. Because I mean, you have the Pycon ultimate, you have Lazarus who could just walk in, use his ultimate, you know, Zai can kick in.
Lazarus
walking in, getting caught with his ult, but then the Illusion ultimate,
crazy
hitting,
fight going on right
pulling,
now.
Sandstream's in as well. Sandstream's and Down are down. There's the signature from Lucian as well. War of Time goes down. Lightsman very low on health, trying to get away. I don't think he's going to be able to. Lucian's probably just waiting for a cooldown. Oh, and the W, able to kick him out far enough. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where chasing someone may not be worth it. As
Lightsman just buying time. He's juking out their whole team.
Oh, but that's going to be it. Chaos.
Oh, he missed.
Euronymous thought he had him and started walking the other way. He should have just started shooting him. Just chucking grenades at him constantly. He does finally catch him, but wasted so much time. I mean, the rest of noMERCY is either up or going to be up in about 20 seconds. So that was a lot of time wasted just chasing Lightsman around the map.
Still get a tower out of it, maybe two.
They are going to be able to get the second tower as the defense isn't there for it yet. Only Zai was close enough to even try and defend it, and he knew better than to try and jump in. So now an 11,000 gold advantage for FAUST as they have 5 more towers than noMERCY.
Looks like Team Afterlife is pinging onto the Titan right now. Looks like they're all coming down there as well. But they're standing on a ward. FAUST knows where they are.
Let's see what happens. It looks like they just put the ward down and back off.
It's a good call, just trying to get set on that. As they don't want to give that up. They've seen what happened last time when they gave up that buff. That buff is just really strong.
Okay, that bottom Titan buff is essentially is an AD buff. It gives, I believe, lifesteal, damage, and attack speed. It might also give health regen.
I think it gives health regen, yes.
And then the top buff is more of the spellcaster buff. I know it gives extra mana, spell power, things like that. both teams gathering up mid. We could have a... I mean, this next team fight could decide the game at this point. You know, the game is at the point where one solid team fight win could result in the end of the game. And noMERCY does actually have the advantage, as they have both a PyCon signature and Yukonin signatures, whereas Faust has none of their signatures left. So they do need to be very careful, especially with that PyCon signature. The PyCon signature could be devastating if he gets the timing off on it. Now it looks like Faust is going to be a bit more aggressive. There's the ultimate from Leandra, but not really going to be able to do much with it. Daniel did get pushed out of position a little bit, but he's already back to his team. Nothing's going to really come from that.
Someone on Team FAUST is going to want to get fully upgraded Warmth Rings sometime soon, because that PyCon is going to be next unkillable. It's 4k health right now. And a nice chunk of defenses.
See, again, both teams gathered mid. A full-on fight could break out at any minute.
Neither team really want to stare at anything though, because they know they can lose the game by one this time
looks
fight.
like this could be it, as noMERCY coming in from bottom. Yukonin throwing his bolts, PyCon ulting. There's an ult from Lucian, a very poor ult. And this could be an opening that, it looks like noMERCY's actually going to go for the buff now. Knowing that Lucian's ult is down, I think that might be the one thing that they were really waiting for, where they're going to be baiting them. It looks like, because they're now sitting in the bush waiting for for Faust to come in. Faust does come in. There's the PyCon sig ulting in. Looks like there's the Yukonin sig as well. They get Lucian. Zastrum is going to go down as well. There's no escaping from that. And now they're going to use the PyCon sig on the buff. That is an excellent use of the sig, actually.
So fast.
So the PyCon sig doesn't really help a whole lot in the team fight, but it was able to just melt the shield on that buff. Leandra Chris wandering in, not sure what she was doing. She just got completely caught off on her own and does go down, as now all of Team noMERCY is still up, has the buff, and are coming in. Only Lazarus and Chaos left to defend. PyCon just going to tank that tower. You can barely even see the tower doing damage to him. He has so much health. There's the ultimate going Xylem on Lazarus, just melting. We can't even get his own ultimate off. This is going to be the game right here. Their Team Faust is not going to be revived in time, as one monolith is down, the second monolith goes down, and just so much damage. And there's the signature from Ustat, and that is game.
Very close game.
Very good game between the noMERCY and Faust. So noMERCY taking the 1-0 lead in this best of 3.